Hi, welcome to my channel, Moving to Madison, Wisconsin. I'm your host, Mindy Kesnick, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 top reasons not to move to Madison, Wisconsin. The first reason will probably not come to any surprise to any of you: the weather. The weather in Wisconsin is extremely unpredictable, and it's cold a lot of the time. It starts to get really uncomfortably cold outside in October, November, and that lasts until like April, sometimes even May, before you really want to start spending a lot of time outside. Obviously, as you know, some years we get a ton of snow. And even though, like I said, technically spring starts in March, we don't actually start to feel like spring until around April, May. Now, the nice things about Wisconsin weather is, number one, we've got 4 seasons, right? People love the seasons. I actually love seasons. I've spent a couple holidays in warmer places like Florida, and I have to say, being in Florida for Christmas just doesn't hit the same. Also, we don't have things like hurricanes and earthquakes and mudslides. We don't have sinkholes. There's lots of inclement weather that we don't see in Wisconsin. So it's kind of a trade-off. The second reason I would say you wouldn't want to move to Wisconsin is the bugs. We joke here in Wisconsin that our state bird is the mosquito. It's not really true, but the mosquitoes here are like the size of birds compared to other states. They're huge and they're aggressive. And if you are looking to purchase in the Madison area, one of the things that you might want to put on your must-have list is a screened-in porch. We also have a bit of a tick problem, which I know stresses people out. And I don't blame you. I actually just this morning came home from my walk, hopped in the shower, and pulled a tick right off of the back of my ear. Oh, it's not ideal. If you have pets and they are spending any length of time outside in the summer months, you got to do a regular tick check. Also on your kids, it's not ideal. It's gross. They carry diseases. Although I guess if you want to look at the bright side, you only have to worry about the ticks and the mosquitoes during the very few hot summer months that we have. Also, again, there are lots of bugs that we don't have. We don't have termites. We have very few roaches. I know that there are areas of the Madison area where you will find cockroaches, but I have been to other cities across the country where there are just like cockroaches like scurrying around in the streets and on the sidewalks. We do not have that problem. So yes, we do have some really awful bugs here, but there are, like I said, also bugs that we don't have, if there's a silver lining. Sticking with the outdoors, I will just lump in our gross lakes for number 3. Unfortunately, we've got beautiful lakes in the Madison area. We are one of few places in the country that has a downtown on an isthmus. It's so beautiful. We're surrounded by lakes. However, they are full of algae by mid-June. And if you are considering swimming in any of the lakes in Madison proper, you're probably going to want to take a boat out to the middle of the lake before you jump in. That's just my recommendation. That being said, there are some really nice public beaches within 30 to 45 minutes, an hour max outside of the city limits. They are beautiful, they are clean. It just takes a little bit more time to get there. And I will also say that despite the nastiness that our lake shores provide, I still will hop into a kayak or hop on a paddleboard and just paddle my way across the algae into a cleaner portion of the lake. And like I said, you can jump in, take a dip, and not feel like you're gonna like get sick or throw up or anything. So it's a bummer, but I do also know that the Madison area is desperately trying to make some remedies to clean up our lakes, and they are making efforts to restore their beauty and the health of the lakes in our area. But for now, I gotta add it to my list of reasons not to live here. The fourth reason I would say you wouldn't want to move here is because of the construction. Unfortunately, the inclement weather that we do see, like especially the winters that we see, the harsh, long winters that produce ice on our roads, and then that means that we have salt trucks driving on our roads and dumping salt that's deteriorating the concrete, year after year means that our roads end up in pretty rough condition. And unfortunately, that means that as soon as that snow lifts, it is now construction season. We have a joke here that there's two seasons. There's winter and there's construction, and it is so true. On any given day in the warmer months, you will have to drive through some construction. It's brutal. The good news that I will say is that generally speaking, compared to any other big city, our traffic is really not that bad. Us Madisonians who are like born and raised and have lived here our whole lives, we complain about the traffic, but then we are humbled by the outsiders that come from any other big city and laugh at our rush hour traffic because comparatively speaking, it's really not that bad. And the fifth reason that I would say to not move here, if I had to pick 5 reasons to not move here, because I actually really love it here. And so I want you to come and live here. However, I want you to be well prepared if you decide to make a move here. And so the fifth thing I'm going to tell you is the taxes are really high in this area. The last data I found said that we were ranked number 8 in the state for the highest taxes. Ugh. Part of the reason for that is because of all the road construction. It costs a lot of money to keep up the roads that we keep deteriorating every year with the salt and the trucks and the things. The taxes have to go to the roads. Also, we have really amazing public schools here. And so those public schools are free to the taxpayers. What that means is our taxes are high. So it's generally not something that deters somebody from buying in the Madison area just because you can see where the taxes go. But man, it does affect your buying power in the Madison area because a big portion of your monthly payment is going to be property taxes. Now, all that to be said, Madison's a great place. It's a wonderful place to live, or I would not have lived here for 21 years. I would love to hear what rumors you have heard about living in Madison, Wisconsin. Please reach out and I will let you know whether they are fact or fiction. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Living in Madison, Wisconsin.